really turned the world upside down. And now that we know what we know, it's like, duh, we should have figured it out. But when I started my postdoctoral studies, I was working on a gene that's called P53. It's a critical tumor suppressor. Mutations in this gene are absolutely, they're common in all kinds of cancers. And it cripples the cell from, so when this gene is normal, it prevents the cell from dividing, from becoming a cancer. And so what happens in most cancers is you have alterations, you have deletions, you have mutations of this gene, so the cancer can develop. Well, we thought this gene worked in a completely opposite manner. We thought that the normal gene was a dominant force in the cell and coerced that cell to become a tumor. It was a 180-degree difference. And so the discoveries were made by several labs, none of them were mine at the time, in the early 1989, 1990s. And all of a sudden, in a year, we realized that we needed to look at all those experiments we'd already done and think about them in a completely different direction. And to me, it's a very exciting study and research, because we now know the function of this gene. But also because it taught me that you can't look at the problem from just one direction. You have to look at it from multiple directions. So part of the fun of running a research lab is that, I have a certain background and interest, and, I can see things in a certain direction, but a student in the lab or a postdoc in the lab had different training than I did, and they're looking at the same problem potentially from a different direction. And so the challenge is for you to be open enough to say that I might not be the only person who's right here, and to listen to the other individuals that are contributing to the research and saying, maybe you're right. I'm not always right.